Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are in the building. What up, coach?
What up, my guy? The offers are pouring in for the boys, man. Exciting times in New York.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And look, a great time for kids to be signing because a lot of coaches are doubling back now after they got fit into the transfer portal and they're doubling back now to fill up their rosters. So I think this is a great time, man. This is a great time.
Yeah, man, and the stuff that's been coming in for the local kids. I mean, some huge offers coming across. Life changing stuff, and even some other guys kind of getting their first kind of offers, and a couple guys on Long Island committing to D2. I mean, it's all great, man. Definitely a great week for New York.
Well, hey, listen, good way to start off the show and let everybody know. Welcome, welcome, welcome to High School Basketball Weekly.
That's right,
Battle for New York Supremacy has just started. I am your host, Glenn Pooh Harding, always with my guy.
Brian Reichert.
Y'all know what it is. We setting it off again tonight.
Let's
All
go.
right, with
Fourth
our
straight.
second show. Last night we had the Albany team. Tonight we got Westchester County's team. Look, if y'all don't know, y'all New York City gotta pull up, right?
Oh
We
yeah.
we wanted to the point where we gotta like turn some people away. Like we need people in that gym filling it up. We need New York City to come out. We need Westchester County to come out, Long Island to come out, and
Exactly.
Albany. Albany said they're already bringing the charter bus, so
I'm
y'all
telling
already
you, I'm
know.
telling you, Albany, Westchester, Long Island, they're bringing it, man. So NYC really got to step up, like you said. We want a big crowd from you guys. You guys are the home team. I mean, let's go.
Man, listen, if they don't know, they better bring their game and not
Oh
their
yeah,
name, because the rest of these guys coming to ball.
I know. Some of the teams that these coaching staffs are putting together look really sharp so far, man. It's going to be a battle.
And they putting together a team, right?
Yeah,
Not
the
just
construction's
individual
been
players.
great, man, and not like a bunch of superstars. It's guys that know how to play a role and fit a system. And we got two guys today who fit that mold exactly, and are just two of the top pieces that I wanted for that team. And it's great to see that they'll be playing with them.
That's right. Well, tonight starts the battle for New York supremacy. We're in our second night, the Basketball Heads New York All Star Tournament weekend, featuring some of the best players in the state of New York. And
That's right.
tonight we have two of them, and Malik Gasper from New Rochelle High School, and Tavion Tyler, excuse me, from Mount Vernon High School,
Oh yeah.
along with their coach, Rasaun Young of New Rochelle. So, with saying that, let's start the show.
Get it.
Coach, man, we got two killers on tonight. We got two killers on tonight. Let the world know about our two guests that we got coming on.
Yeah, man, we got two amazing prospects, two seniors who we saw live and in person a couple times this year. Just two terrific kids, great young men, excellent leaders of their program. You know, Malik Gasper, a big man, just can do so many different things, so skilled, really smart, special, tough, could help a program right away. And then like the heart and soul of this team, Tavion Tyler, just tremendous career at Mount Vernon, tough as nails. Looked like an NYC guard all the time. Has come down in the summers and put in work in NYC. The city definitely knows this kid. And these two guys, I'm really excited are on the roster because they're two big stars, man.
Man, I see Tavion as a freshman, and
Right? I
you
know.
know,
I can't
I
believe he's
walked up to
graduating.
Semino and I was like, "Yo, this junior that you got on the team," he was like, "Junior." It's like the point guard. He was like, "No, he's a freshman, Pooh." I was like, "Oh my god!" Then I see him at IS8 killing, right?
Right?
Man, and so forth. And then seeing Malik, man, for the first time and his total domination during that first game. But
Oh, yeah.
Mount Vernon had to get back in the next game, and which led to a great rival, which is it. So, hey, without further ado, let's bring on our two guests. What's up, fellas?
Yo, let's go. Let's
Boys in
go.
the
What's
building.
good?
Man, these guys, not only that they're rivals, they're good peoples, man. So, I can tell the way they greeted each other. And I'm gonna blow Tavion up, right? You see Tavion, right? He already got the Casanat look and the room already set up. Look at that. So look, he already, you know what I'm saying? He ready for stardom right now, man. I can see
Yeah.
him blowing up soon, you know.
I
And,
love
and, and Malik, he's the gamer, 2K for life. You know what I mean?
it.
He not only killing them on the court, he killing them in the cyber world too, man. So
That's right.
no doubt, no doubt. So look, let's start off with Malik, right? Yeah, you had such a successful career at New Rochelle High School, man. What are some of the things that you learned under Coach Young on and off the court? And the second part of that question, did you decide what you're gonna do for next year? Let's start off with the Coach Rashard question, and then we could go to where you're gonna go next year.
Um, I learned from him that like you just really gotta like put in the work like a lot and like not to take days off because like last year, my junior year, I took a lot of days off and then it like led to like not doing good. So yeah, this year I like listened to him this year and I didn't take any days off and the work showed.
And did you make your plans for next year, or you still hope got your options open? Because a lot of coaches right now are doing some heavy recruiting.
Yeah, I recently made my plan this year. I'm going to Knox, like the Knox School in Long Island for a post grad year.
Wow,
Coach
excellent.
Gordon, Coach Gordon, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, Coach Gordon coaches the high school team, and then Coach Grasso is the post grad team. So
Got you,
that's
got you.
excellent, man. Good for you, Malik.
thank you.
No doubt.
And then you want to same question to Tay, right?
Yeah, yeah. Tay, like you come from you're at such a legendary program, right? You guys have won the most state championships out of any boys team in New York history, right? I think it's 7. Am I correct?
Yeah.
That's big. That's huge. And you have a legendary coach. Like, what are some of the things that Coach Semino have installed in you over the years, and how has it benefited you? And then the next part, what you gonna do for next year?
Um. Well, I mean, first I'm gonna start off the court. Off the court is set a good example for myself. Everywhere I go, don't don't be too like cocky. Don't do things that I like. Be humble and um on the court. I probably say dig in, practice, work 100%. Practice. That he definitely instilled that practice makes perfect.
Hmm.
And so but I didn't make my decision on where I'm going next year yet, but I'm pretty sure I have something going for myself.
No doubt.
Hmm. So Tay, you kind of hear about this tournament. You get the call from coach that they want you to be a part of it. What's your first reaction, and then what's your reaction when you find out like some of the other guys on the team?
Um my reaction when I was asked to play in it, I'm like, this could make history. I mean, we it's what is it, Battle of New York? I mean,
Yep.
not a lot of people look at Westchester, or when they look at Westchester, they just think, oh, it's soft, or it's not a lot of talent over there. But I feel like we could prove something.
Hmm. And then how about some of the other names on the list?
I mean, some of the other names on the list when I saw it, I'm like, we played in a tournament BCANY, and we won that as a group. So I feel like if we all play together, I feel like we got a shot to
Mm.
be whoever.
And then what do you think, Malik? You first hear about it, you hear that you're a part of it, and then tell us about some of the other names that you were excited to see were on the list.
Yeah, it felt good to know that I'm gonna be like a main person a part of it, and like the team that we like put together. It's like we put together a team that's like we know like all could like go for themselves. Everyone's great defenders. Everyone can shoot the ball. So it's like, yeah, we're not the most athletic team, but everyone like they can hit shots, and that's like really what we really needed.
Mm.
Coach, you know, first of all, welcome to the show.
What's up, brother?
Yeah,
Hey, Coach.
yeah, your guys is holding you down. When I spoke to you this year, early this year, the season, I told you, I said, listen, we got this plan to something that we want to do. And right off the back, you was like, man, count me in, you
Right.
know. And it's so crazy because when I had Coach Semino on like 2 years ago, I told him I wanted to do something like this, right? And he said, whatever I could do, or however I could support you, Pooh, just count me in. He's always been very supportive, man. When this started to come into fruition, and now you got to pick your roster. What were you thinking? And tell everybody first of all about the competition level up in Westchester County.
First off, man, Westchester County, people, see us as upstate, which is just crazy to me, first off. Plus, it's just crazy every time they say it. But basketball people and basketball heads really know that Westchester can go. So, and that's all these kids are going to go, not prove anything because they're well accomplished their high school careers already. Just go out there and like play hard, play fun, and they're gonna play together. And that's how basically we pick the team. Basically, guys with no egos and guys who are gonna be willing to play together.
Yeah,
No
I
doubt.
love the way that you're constructing the roster, Coach. I thought you were a great pick to run this group. You guys had such a great year. I'm going to ask you first about Malik, and then I'm going to ask you to break down Tay a little bit. But talk to us about how important Malik has been to your program and the type of year that he's had in Section 1. Because, the league, honestly, really impressed me, and I feel like Pooh felt the same way. I could not believe the depth and how tough every team was. And, it almost seemed like a new team was kind of getting to that number one spot almost every week. But just talk about how important Malik was to your team and your program this year.
Oh man, what can I say? Lee carried us all year, man. Last 2 years, he's really been putting in work. After last year, he really got in the gym, really worked out, got stronger. He revamped our program. I can say that since his impact since 10th grade, And I had blessed to have known Malik ever since he was in about fifth grade, fourth and fifth grade, playing in the Saturday morning league and then coming to shape camp. He's a program kid. He's like, he came through the ranks, JV, and he came up to varsity as a 10th grader. And what he did for our program and the school and the town, only a few players accomplished what he accomplished. Only a few. There's some great names up there on those guys.
And Coach, I know he's a rival, and you've been planning against him for years and years and years. But break down and tell everyone how tough this Mount Vernon point guard is, who will be help running your team for the event.
Man, I'm just so happy he graduated, man. Like, after last year, I
You're
was
not
like,
the only one, Coach.
he got another year? Wait,
It's like he's been around forever, right?
I said, he got 2 more years? I was like, yo, man. So, what can I say, man? This kid is unbelievable. He could do it, man. He could do it both ends. He get it done. He's so unselfish, though. That's what, a lot of people probably don't say about him. He can get buckets anytime you want. But he's just so unselfish. Even, with his team this year, he's still trying to get guys into the game. And, he could take over when he needs to take over.
Mm-hmm.
Coach, how difficult was it assembling this team? And, like, what was the process like? I know you said you wanted to pick some guys who was unselfish, but was it easy? Did you like, man, I'm going to have to leave some guys off? only could pick 10, right? Because I know you hit me up today. Is like, how many, jerseys. Like, tell me what was the process like, and was it difficult assembling this crew that you're bringing down?
Asked a lot of the players. I asked Malik. I asked Coach Gary, who gonna be Gary Bryant, who gonna be us from Mount Vernon. Asked him about some guys, and they played. Westchester had a team this summer. They won the championship. I think I walked in on that. He told y'all about, and a lot of them played with each other. So I was trying to really form the team around those core guys, and then add on a little bit of other people who didn't make that team, and some of the coaches said they should have, but. Yeah, the crew I was looking at when you told me about the game, and I was looking at the section 1, and I was just at the dinner. I'm like, dude, man, yeah, he could go. He could go. So many plays that we could pick, but like you said, it's only 10. So that's the frustrating part. But we try to get some guys like Jake. He can't play because he had the prom from Scarsdale, so he wasn't able to play. So we just got 10 guys I know that could go.
And then, Coach, I don't know how much experience you have coaching any All-Star games and things like that. Is there anything that you kind of use for strategy with these guys, whether it's rotations, things like that? And also, talk to us a little bit about your staff and, what you know about them.
Well, my brother's going to be down. He taught me the game, so
That's right.
that pretty much says everything about him. He's a great deal of our program. And Gary Bryant. Gary Bryant was a tremendous player out of Mount Vernon. I think he was Bob Semino's first scholarship player.
Wow.
If I'm not wrong, not mistaken. But Gary's great X and O's guys. Gary know what he's doing, man. So he's on the Mount Vernon bench. I'll be looking at Gary. He always in Bob's ear. They be going back and forth. So I just feel like, yeah, Gary know what he's doing. And just try to get guys who don't have no egos, man. Get coaches who don't have no egos, get players that don't have no egos. Just gonna play together and listen to one another. Because even on the varsity team this year, I don't make all the shots. I have assistant coach Derek Dawn be calling, telling me like make subs, get people in there. So I don't mind listening.
Nah, that's dope, man. Malik and Tavion, like, who are some of the guys you looked up to in your area that motivated you to get better? Let's start with Malik, and then Tavion, you come after that.
In my area, probably like this guy Promise. He played a few years ago. He graduated in Neuro. He was a scholarship player. He played in New Hampshire, and like I worked out with him a few times, and I just like his like work ethic, and I was like, yeah, it's like levels to it. So then, yeah, we've been working out every day recently, and yeah, it's mostly it.
What about you, Tay?
I'll probably say I got a couple, but if I was to go with my top 3, I'll probably say Dimitri Roberts, my brother. I mean, we work out as hard as we can. We go at each other anytime we got a chance to. Um, I'll probably say Isaiah Cousins, Frag, work out with him in the summer, and I'll probably go with Jabari. I mean, like their work ethic is just like to get to where they got to. I see how hard they work. That's just what makes me want to keep going, so I could get to that level.
He was coming from the gym, right? Tonight, he
Yeah,
was.
yeah. I just came from the gym.
Right.
So my question is, I'm going to ask you guys, Tay, I'll start with you. As a guy who's put in the work and I think is ready to contribute at the next level, what do you kind of look for in a college program or a college coach? You've been in such a great program. You've seen, if a program's run right, how well it could do. What are you kind of looking for at that next level?
Um, I'd probably say trust. I
Sure.
mean, as a point guard, the coach supposed to put trust in the point guard to run the team and be a big leader. So I mean, when I look at a school, I hope they trust they point guard to just run the show
Mm.
and guide them in the right direction.
And then how about you, Malik? What are you kind of looking for as you start to, sift through the schools at the next level? Is there anything particular that that you're kind of focused on finding at the next level?
Just like teams that are like consistent, like they're like always at it, like they're like always working hard, and just like yeah, just like being like active all the time. Like in season, when you're not in season, there's always something's going on.
Mm. I like it.
Coach, like
Yes.
playing up in Westchester, right? There's a huge advantage. You guys got some beautiful gyms up there, man. And the crowd, right? Y'all have so much support. What is like? Give me some more advantages of playing in Westchester County compared to other places throughout New York.
I wouldn't say so much more advantages because a lot of those gyms you can't get into. So, as crazy as that sounds, that's so real though. Now with insurance and permits and everything that you need and liabilities, it might be nice gyms, but it's hard to get in these gyms, man. Trust me. So if you ain't getting to your school gym, it's pretty hard. But
we know, trust me, we know. Trust me.
And Coach, I want to ask you something. We talked about a little yesterday. What's something that Pooh and I and the media and other people involved in basketball can kind of help out to improve basketball in Westchester and the coverage? Like, what's some things that maybe we could do to get some more light on the Westchester guys? Because Pooh made me go to a couple of games in that area, and he was right. It was excellent basketball, really good teams, passionate fan bases. And, like you said, you guys aren't a part of upstate. Westchester is its own little pocket, and it's fantastic. So what can we do to kind of, get some more light on that?
Exactly what you're doing with this game. I think this is tremendous for Westchester to be a part of this. You're going to have Long Island, Albany, and then the city. I mean, it gives these kids an opportunity to get themselves out there. Even though they probably play against some of these kids in AAU, but it's nothing like having a Westchester team. Being that we really don't have no real AAU program up here like that now anymore. Like the Westchester Hawks was the last big program we had.
Correct.
And when I was growing up, it was Young Life, only like one team in Westchester. So events like this that we could be a part of, and the media, basketball heads and other avenues like that come up there and like really check us out. Check us out. Just put it back out there like y'all did this year. I love that y'all came to the games this year. That was dope. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
2 or 3 of them too, I believe.
Yeah, we went to a bunch.
Yeah.
We was in the building, man. We was definitely in the building, man. Look, I appreciate all the comments. Thank you, especially my guy CK, Upstate Connect, always keeping us locked into all the players up there. Leaky Smooth is definitely in the building. What up, Leaky? Appreciate you. Got #1 basketball heads, Ayatollah Beast in the building. Nietzsche the Beast from Upstate says salute and good luck, Westchester. Yo, listen, I know you said you wanted those VIP seats. I got your name on the list. You pay that bread, you good. You good, fam. You good. And it all could look, we not doing this for a dime. I'm gonna let everybody know this.
Mm-hmm.
All this that we doing, everybody who's helping out, this money's going right back to the people who's kind of helping us facilitate this, and to like add on to what you was talking about for like those gym spaces, right? It's very hard to come by. Even with this game, we appreciate Stevenson High School for allowing us in their building to host this game because a lot of people wasn't too sure, right? And they were just hitting us with the big blank checkbook, was like, yo, just fill it in and we good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yo, but we know the difficulties of being able to get in these gyms and getting support. So hopefully after this year, we'll have everyone saying, "Nah, we wanted our spot this year. We wanted our spot this year," and make it even better. So that's why we wanted to do this, man, and give people in the city a chance to see the rest of New York, because a lot of people outside of New York only talk about New York City.
Yep.
Right? Now I'm gonna let the fellas answer this. Like, when y'all hear this all the time, because I know you guys have to hear this. When y'all playing AAU and on the road, and you telling people where you from, he's like, yo, you from New York? And like, what part of the city you from? Right? Do you guys go through that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I'll probably say sometime. If we used to say like, cause sometimes when I say where I'm from, if when I'm from Mount Vernon, most people know where Mount Vernon is, but then other people would be like where upstate Mount Vernon, and be like, nah, it's like
Because everything, they say like everything outside of New York is upstate. And I'm like, nah, fam. New
yeah.
York is a very big state.
Right.
You know, um,
I mean, I'm a lot
drives me
farther.
crazy.
I'm a lot farther than the city than these guys are.
Oh yeah, he's deep in Long Island. Trust me, trust me. This guy's deep in Long Island for sure.
Tay, I've been dying to ask you, and I'm gonna throw you Malik a question too. Who got you into basketball, and how has it been playing with your brother?
Oh, awesome question.
Who got me into basketball?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, my father. It was like I felt like as long as I can remember, like I felt like when I gained consciousness, I just had a basketball in my hand. If I'm being honest, like if I remember, when I once I had a basketball, I'm on a little hoop. So that's who got me into basketball.
Wow.
But so
Salute to
and
dad.
then what else you asked?
I was saying, how has it like been playing with your brother?
I mean, it's wholesome. Like I feel like I have another part of me on the court.
Yeah.
Like not like I felt like you don't only gotta worry about me, you gotta worry about my brother too. So it's like
No.
You can't get rid of him.
and
You can't
yeah.
get rid of him.
So all
Cuz.
I'm saying is I now that I'm going, but it's another part of me coming up. So that's what y'all gotta look after.
How good do you think your brother can really be? You know, he has you to watch and
I
follow in your
mean
footsteps. Like, what his future look like?
he has two people got him in the right direction, which is me and my older brother. So I mean, I feel like he should be better than the both of us.
Oh
So
no. What grade he in?
he's a sophomore. He's a sophomore. Yeah, he's a sophomore.
Yeah,
That's
coach, he's a
crazy.
problem for sure. But yeah, I want to ask Malik. I want to ask you this too. How did you kind of get into basketball? And my part two was, you know, how did it feel winning Player of the Year, man? Because I know how long and how much work you've put in and how much you've developed from your freshman year. I mean, if someone saw you freshman year and saw you now, they wouldn't even think it was the same player. You put in so much work. How did it feel this year? To win that award.
So first off, like I wasn't like really into basketball at all. I was like I played soccer first, and
That's
then
right.
like yeah, basketball was like my second sport. And I remember like one of my friends was like he was going to a basketball tryout at Riverside, and I just decided to go with him, and I made the team. And that's like how it all started in like fifth grade, fourth, fifth grade,
Sound familiar,
and
Pooh?
then
It sounds like my story, B. Like it's
Malik,
definitely
that's how Pooh made his varsity team.
that's a fact.
Wow.
As a
yeah,
freshman, going out with my friends and they got cut, I made it.
that's
Wow.
exactly what happened. Yeah.
That's crazy. And then who got you into basketball, Malik?
It was really just like my friends, like seeing them play, because like I had a lot of friends that like played basketball, now
Yeah,
like and older like cousins and stuff like that. So like yeah, watching them play after like a little while, I was like, all right, I'm gonna try it, and then
that's
it,
awesome.
it kind of just sunk in. Yeah.
Thank God he did, right, Coach?
Yeah, thank God. So y'all know Malik ran the point. He was the point guard at one point.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He was the
Anthony
point guard.
Davis, a la Anthony Davis.
Yeah. Then he just had this crazy growth spurt.
Nuts.
And
That's
that's
awesome.
what this is.
It all sounds familiar. I trust me. I was 5'8" as a freshman. As a sophomore, grew to 6'4", and then my junior
Wow.
year I was 6'6". Crazy. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. Coach Biggs, 914 is in the building. My guy
Ayatollah B.
Basil's in the building. My guy Basil's in the building, New Jersey. Salute, salute.
Coach Biggs, what up?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said, Nietzsche the Beast said, on his footwork must be elite as a former soccer player. You
Oh,
know how
yeah.
that
That's
coach
BJ. What up,
always say.
BJ?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, yo, Tay, do you feel any pressure like coming down with this team and are you guys coming down to be the Kings of New York?
If I'm being honest, no. Um, like if I'm being 100% honest, I
That's
don't
right,
feel
man.
no
Talk it,
pressure
talk
That's
it,
right.
Tay.
because it's like I feel like the first time, like when I played that New York tournament,
Yeah.
Yes.
that was the first time I was like really introduced to the whole New York. Like, I mean, everybody, some people knew who I was, but it was like once I played New York, it's like nah, he could hoop, he could ball with the city people and all the other guys that have that opportunity, and I just got the opportunity. I took advantage of my opportunity. So now with these guys, I feel like we can all take that opportunity and build on it.
Hmm.
What about you? What about you, Malik?
Yeah, like what Davian said, like I've been playing in the city for a while now, like every summer. And then like this past summer, I played against like a lot of these guys we're gonna play like coming up. So yeah, it's not really much pressure. I already know what's coming up. Yeah, so we're probably good. Yeah.
And I want to ask you guys another one too. Tay, what advice would you give, smaller guards that maybe are, just starting out in high school basketball that, are kind of being told, you're too small to kind of contribute right away? What advice would you give to those guys? Because, anyone that ever said that to you, you took it and ran that advice over and said, I'm playing no matter what, I'm ready to go. What advice would you kind of give to those kind of guards coming up in that situation?
I probably have to say, um, as a smaller guard, you got to guard full court. You got to work 10 times harder than another person, than the other person that's 6 foot and above, because you don't get that much leeway as an undersized guard.
Hmm.
And I probably say as a point guard and undersized guard, you got use your advantage as a small guard to get into the paint, getting your teammates involved, and everything else will open up for yourself.
Great answer, man. And then Malik, what advice would you kind of give, guys that kind of went through your situation, guys who were guards and all of a sudden later in their career, kind of a late bloomer, turn into a big or a wing. What kind of advice would you give to guys who are kind of late bloomers, in their career? Maybe they're just kind of questioning, am I ready to take that jump or not?
I would say like keeping like the guard like play style somewhere in you, just in case we ever like need it or something like that.
Mm.
And like being able to guard like smaller guys, because like you never know, like you'll get put in like a situation where you're not the biggest guy. Like for me this spring, I played AU and then I'm like probably the like fourth tallest guy on the court. So it's like, yeah, I have to guard the guard now, and I'm like, all right, now I got to be able to move. And yeah, it's like a big switch up from like guarding smaller guys during the season, or like guarding like the center every game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like you gotta be ready for that.
Yeah, man. Stay as versatile as you can, and that's how you stay on the court for sure. Great answer, my man.
Coach, you guys coming down here guard heavy, right? Is that purposely done?
No, that's just the way the players are, man. We know we got sides like Malik. We got a couple 6'6", 6'7". So we might be a little smaller, but a lot of our guys can shoot. So those big guys got to step out and guard. So it's gonna work both ways, So we got to use our height to our advantage and push the ball when we can. But got a lot of guys that can shoot. A lot of guys that can shoot. So it's gonna be interesting.
Hey, you
Hey,
step out with
coach,
your
is
hands
there
down. You step out with your hands down.
Mhm.
3 up, 3 down. That's
Yep,
how it
got
go.
guards to get in the lane, then you got guys that can shoot. It's a beautiful thing.
now,
And we're
now,
gonna go
coach?
play defense.
I don't want to create any bulletin board material for any of the teams, but I'm
Uh,
just asking: is there any coach or any player that you're looking forward to go up against and see how these Westchester boys can do?
nah, we just worried about ourselves, man. Whoever's in front of us is in front of us. Don't matter. Don't matter at all. We
That's the
come to play.
Westchester way right there.
Yeah, we coming to play just like they coming to play.
Love it.
Yo, I was up there. My guy Antoine Lewis lives up there now from
Mm-hmm.
Brooklyn. Played for Grady and Iona. Um, man, yo, Antoine Lewis was nice, bro.
Yeah.
Like Antoine was a beast. Was a beast. I remember Antoine. We was up at 5 Star, and King Rice was like the talk of the town, right? Going to North Carolina, and Antoine Lewis gave him the business.
Swan did.
Amazing,
Ooh.
man. But I was out there checking out some of the games, and you know, uh, Coach Young, he was reffing, but I was watching the other talent, some of the older guys, and how passionate and just how into it everybody was. And I felt like I was down in the city, right? It was
Yeah.
the same vibe, same atmosphere. Um, guys catching dunks from half court, shooting threes. It was just like, oh, this is different. This is different, So that atmosphere, growing up in that atmosphere, how does it help you, Tay? Like did you go all around kind of the different parks in your area and in different towns to play ball, or you just stay basically in your town to play?
Like you mean like in Mount Vernon?
Yes, like for Mount Vernon, did you go over to like New Rochelle or other parts of Westchester to kind of ball?
And not really. I kind of stayed in Mount Vernon. I mean, the two hot spots was Harley Park and 4th Street. I mean, I don't live too far from 4th Street, so that was 4th Street was really popping in my city. So
Do they run a tournament over there?
nah, they don't. I mean, they don't run no tournaments over here, but it's a
The
lot of
pickup.
like yeah, a lot of pickup and a lot of people used to go over there and play.
Man, that used to be a hot tournament back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a hot tournament back in the day. But Mount Vernon get a little, feisty and
Yeah,
stuff, so they had to cut it out. But
yeah,
nah,
that's
man,
true.
that was a good tournament, man. That was a really good tournament, especially for the Open.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Look, the VIP seats are on sale. As y'all can see, they going fast. Everybody coming up here saying they need one. They need one. Baseline. All right, we got them. Side half court all the way down. So it's gonna be pretty. It's gonna be pretty cool. Now we're gonna ask a few more questions. We're gonna get you guys out of here.
Right.
Again, like talk about like the bragging rights, right? Bragging rights is definitely big. I know Albany came on here yesterday and said they coming out here to taking no prisoners. And just to say, I need to give a big shout out to our sponsor, athletes. My God, Nando, and the goal, right? The goal, y'all was left with the goal, right? Ain't nothing wrong with that because these uniforms is hot, bro.
Oh, I love it.
These uniforms is hot. These uniforms,
Almost Mount Vernon colors there.
you know what I'm saying? These are real. Look. You got the city on the shorts, right?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Basketball heads, you know what I'm saying? And look, he was not, look, athletes, he was the first guy to put his logo on the jerseys. Let me give you a little story about my guy Nando. He do all the uniform for like Slam magazine. He did all for the All American camp that was at Fairleigh Dickinson with Sonny Vaccaro. He did all of those, and he did most of the uniforms in New York City. And then the sneaker company started noticing, like, who's this guy, making all these uniforms for all these schools. And
Yeah.
of course, they moved in,
Yeah.
but he's still plugged into the culture, and he's making sure that we look good. Coach, all you guys will be getting one of these coach's shirts.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We want to make it
Yep.
all look. If anything, we're gonna make it look nice. You know what I'm saying? And then you guys get all the players get the shooting shirts. Turn this over.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
They're hoodies. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They're hoodies. And the back says, play for the future, respect the past.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So this is what we're trying to do over here at Basketball Heads. Keep the culture alive. We don't have the Empire State Games no more. We don't have Golden Hoops no more. We don't have,
Word.
the Wheelchair Classic. We don't have a lot of these games anymore. And I appreciate you. Thanks, Licky Smooth. And
Tavian Release, like, what is he talking about?
yeah, listen, these tournaments were the premier tournaments in New York City.
Word.
Like, these were, appreciate you. Thank you, brother. Thank you. These were the premier tournaments in New York for all of New York, right? You got the Golden Hoops that had the different AAU programs, the Wheelchair Classic, right? Did the same thing, bring teams together from all over, and the Empire State Games were like the Olympics for New York. So with all those things going right now, I said, look, we got to start something, and everybody got behind this, and the whole city, Westchester, Albany, and Long Island coming together. Hey, we gonna have it in the gritty gym and the nice gym. I want to say gritty, but we New York City, we got some gritty gyms. But we gonna look nice and we gonna make it look real for everybody. Make sure everybody's there playing safe. We got trainers on deck, music. Gonna have something to eat for you guys as well, and take care of you guys, man. So we appreciate you coming on. Yo, B, you got any more questions before we get out of here?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, to piggyback what you're saying, you guys are part of the family now. You guys are part of the first, inaugural game, and you guys ever need anything from us, use us as a resource. We got your guys back, and my only question is for these three guys: give me some predictions, man. Talk your talk, Tay. What are you guys feeling? Is Team Westchester going to be in that final or what?
If I'm being 100% honest, I wouldn't count us out, but I'm not the type of person to talk. I just let our game play. I was never the type of person to talk.
This guy's so smooth. This guy's so smooth, bro. This guy's so smooth.
How about you, Malik? You guys going to be in the finals or what?
Yeah, I'm like a little bit like the same way, but if I was to predict that, I think we will be playing that final. Yeah.
My man, I love that. And then, Coach, give us a little prediction. How these guys going to play? What are they going to hang their hat on? And
It's so funny because like anybody that knows me know I'm the type of player too. Even when I was playing down in the city, like I ain't saying nothing. We was gonna go down there and just kill you. So we don't gotta do a lot of talking. We're gonna go down there. We're gonna play hard, man. We're gonna play hard. We're gonna play unselfish, and that's gonna be the key. Playing unselfish.
Love it.
No one care who get the job done as long as we get a W.
So this is how it's going to go. We got the two ends playing each other. We got Long Island playing against Albany. And then we got Westchester playing against NYC for the first night, right? And then for the first day, because both games is 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. And then for Sunday, we'll have the championship. We have the consolation game and the championship. So, look, may the best team win. I stayed out of it. Right, Coach? Look, I made sure that each coach picked their team. I don't want nobody to say, you know what, Pooh biased. Nah. Look, whoever wins for me, we all win.
We're
New York
win,
wins.
Boo.
Regardless, whoever wins, New York wins.
Yeah.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, another big shout out to our other sponsor, Game Over.
Game Over.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Look, the whole community is supporting this, man. The whole community is supporting this. And, when we get out of here, man, I'll talk about our last sponsor, Xbox Go. This new, hey, Coach, I got to introduce you to this new camera, man.
Okay.
You can stream your games live. It follows the action by itself. AI does all the work. Matter of fact, hold on. Before you get out here, let me show you before we get out of here. All right?
Yep.
Let me show you real quick. Read this. Thanks to all our sponsors, Athletes and Athlete Sports Apparel, Game Over NYC, and Xbox Go. Xbox Go turns your smartphone into a relentless AI cameraman built for sports, tracking every sprint and dunk and goal across 20-plus sports like soccer and basketball. But we talking about basketball tonight. Lift it lifts the burden of recording from volunteers, parents, or assistant coaches and focus on the game. Xbox Go, the only way to go, capturing sports priceless moments. Let's go. Now you see, if you put the focus on a number, it'll just focus on that player, and it'll also give you highlights in real time.
Yep.
So I'm gonna be coming out there and sell them to the different programs who want it. And look, it's a one-time payment. It's not like other products where you got to pay monthly payments of it, right? We got the other ones out there. I don't want to mention their names, but look, Xbox Go is the future for recording games, and they're coming out with another camera that you don't need the iPhone to use it. You just use it by itself.
Wow.
But for right now, you just put your iPhone on it and it records everything. Xbox Go, the way to go, baby. All right. So with saying that, man, I want to say thank you for coming on. I appreciate you, Malik. Thanks, Tay.
Of course,
Coach,
appreciate you.
Man, listen, this is big. Let's make this huge. And look, you building this for future playing for New Rochelle, and Tay, your brother be definitely playing next year. So let's make sure this turns to be a great tournament. And again, may the best team win. Salute Westchester County.
And listen, TT, if you want to make that decision at the game and let everyone know what you're doing, we'll set you all up for that too, my man. If you want to let everyone know what your decision is, no pressure. I know you say
yes, sir. Anytime,
but if you want,
man.
you can make that call. Up to you, man.
All right.
No doubt.
All
Appreciate you guys.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
on, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Peace.
Thanks, Coach.
No calls. Perfect.
Not bad.
All
That's
right.
how I go. That's how I go, baby.
Yeah. Appreciate you. Later.
Yeah.
Later, Coach. See ya.
All right.
Peace.
Pooh, I got to tell you, man, these upstate boys, Albany, well, we can't say that now. The Albany guys and now Westchester, they're coming, man.
They're dead serious. And I hope our guys, for New York City take this serious, because hey, you go out there and you're not prepared. You just come in thinking that this is just another game.
You'll be playing in that constellation, brother.
You'll be playing in that constellation game.
And they'll be talking about it all year, who came in fourth place. You know what I'm saying?
And who won the first annual. Like,
right?
People be saying, yeah, y'all beat us this year, but we won the first one. We set it off.
Pooh, do you hear the way the kids are talking about it? It's serious, man.
Oh, no doubt. Whenever they come down to the city, it's definitely serious. Look, I got love and respect for all of these coaches and all these kids that's coming down to play. Again, for me and you being from Long Island, I'm from the city, but we all know when we down there doing our homework and talking to colleges and talking to recruiters and people that's in the know of basketball, we talking about all of our kids, right? Because we want to make sure that they all get a fair shake.
All of them, baby.
And this year is just going to, expand our grasp a little bit more.
Yeah.
With the title that you have. I'm let everybody know again, my guy, head writer for Made Hoops. All right. Best
Top
believe.
100 scout right here.
Yes, sir. In
my
the
guy,
building. No doubt. I will be down at the top 100 camp.
Are you and Jada going down together?
Oh, no. No. I will be flying dolo. You know what I'm saying? So, for sure, this is my guy, Fahim. Hold on for a sec, Fah. Hold on for 1 sec.
The best, man.
No doubt. Well, let's get out of here. Yo, B, I appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow, because tomorrow we got Long Island.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Long Island better show up, man. Let's do it.
No doubt. All right. We are out. We appreciate everybody for coming on, supporting. Look, see y'all tomorrow. Come through.
Thank you, sponsors. Keep them coming, baby.
No doubt.